Hey guys! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I'm so grateful as always that you guys are listening, subscribing, and commenting on my channel. I really appreciate the support. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about course correction. Course correction. Now this is a really random topic and you're probably going to think it's a little bit abstract, but please bear with me. Alright. So I get a lot of people, I don't know why, but I get a lot of people messaging me all the time asking me for advice on their life path. I have no idea why they think that I have it all together in terms of my life path, because I really don't. I'm just doing the best I can. I'm just following my heart and as much as possible my intuition. And so I'm just doing my thing. I'm trying to live as authentically as possible. And that is my life path. You know, as long as it feels good to my heart, it feels good to my soul, I just keep on doing it. If it doesn't, then I stop. But a lot of people do message me asking me for advice, and I'm guessing it's just because I'm an objective observer and perhaps I'm a little bit older than them, or I have gone through the same thing as them, right? Whenever people ask me, what should I do? What should I do with my life? Why am I here? I don't understand. I'm trying to find my life purpose, but it's really difficult. I don't know what to do with my time. I'm so afraid that I'm going to die soon, and I would not have done what I'm here to do. Right? And that kind of fear is something that they project onto me through their emails, through their messages all the time. The main thing I always tell these people, and the main thing I want to tell you guys, is all about course correction. The problem with us as human beings is that we imagine that the point from where we are right now to where we know exactly what we're supposed to be doing with our life is a straight line. We think that it's like a point A is here and point B is here and it's a straight line, and we're just gonna follow one path and we're gonna know exactly what it is and we're gonna get there in perfection, right? That's all. We don't need to worry about it anymore. The reality obviously is that it's all about course correction. I think you probably heard this quote before or the stat before if you've heard my podcast, but I'm going to share it again because it's so poignant. And I'm not exactly sure about the number, but the quote says, or the stat says, that when an aircraft is in the air and is going from point A to point B, from one destination to another, it is off course 95% of the time that it's in the air, or 98%, something insane, right? It's always off course. It's almost always off course. And the job of the I don't know what meter it is, but it's altimeter or something like that. There's a device that's its job, that constantly it's making sure that it's course correcting. The airline goes off course and it course corrects, and it goes off course and it course corrects. And so 95 to 98% of the time, it's just doing that thing. It's course correcting the aircraft. Now, if you can imagine that for your own life, it's really important that you guys transfer that information to yourself as well. You are 98%, 99, 100% of the time course correcting yourself. You have no idea, and most people don't have an idea of where they're supposed to end up. And we're never going to know unless we end up there at death, right? But in reality, life is a series, 100,000 series of course corrections, right? So the reason most people get so afraid of making a decision, of taking a plunge and going forth for their dream, is because they're afraid that that's not the real thing for them, right? They don't know, what if I start doing something and then it's not really what I'm supposed to be doing, and then what am I going to do then? Right? And I tell you guys that that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing, right? Take a step, take any step in any direction, because that's going to give you more information than standing still. Most of us spend most of our time standing still in fear. And I did that for the longest time because I was so afraid that I did not know what the first step to take is in the right direction. I didn't even know which direction I was going in, right? I had no idea what I was doing in my life. And so I just stood still because that seemed like the best idea. In my head, I was thinking, all right, I'm standing still, but I'm assessing things. I'm thinking, I'm reflecting, I'm researching. I spent so much time researching that I didn't actually even do anything, right? That's the reason now, as soon as I have an idea, I put it into effect right away, because I don't want to spend my time researching it. I want to actually get stuff done, because that teaches you more about the step than anything else, right? So you take the step, whatever step it might be, and you probably have an idea in your head what your next step is supposed to be, what your first step is supposed to be. There's something in your head, some niggle in your head, some intuition, some gut instinct that's telling you that's the first step to take. Now you probably will not have taken the right first step, and that's all right. That's actually life. Most people have no idea what they're doing, right? And so they need course correction to get them onto the right step, right path. If you guys have heard the story of Amazon course corrected hundreds of times before it became what it is right now. In the beginning, when it first began as a company, I think in 96 or 99, they started doing something completely different. And the Jeff Bezos, the guy who owns it, the founder of it, he actually went through a lot of bankruptcy and a lot of debt in order to get to Amazon to the point right now where it makes billions of dollars every year, right? So course correction was a part of his lifestyle, and that's the reason he's living the lifestyle that he's living right now, right? And the course correction has to be a part of our repertoire as well, right? So whenever you're taking the first step, take any step, because as soon as you take a step, first of all, the universe realizes that you are ready and you're taking the plunge and you're being courageous, and that in itself will give the universe the impetus to give you more information. Until that point, you're standing still, and the universe does not help out those people who are standing still. It does not help them out. It doesn't care about them, because it realizes that they're not really serious about their stuff, right? But as soon as you take that first step in any direction, really it doesn't matter, because it's not going to be there for long anyways. You take the first step and instantaneously you realize, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be going, in this direction. So you change course, you course correct. And then again, you get more information. You're like, oh, all right, okay, I need to do this instead. Okay, so you course correct. And then again, and again, and again, and again, until death, basically. Because you're always going to be course correcting. I'm sure Amazon in 20 years is not going to be the same company that we see it to be right now. Or anything like that. Anything that we look at in the world, it's always course correcting. Even nature itself, evolution itself, is always course correcting. And if we can learn from nature, if we can learn from the universe, then what better teacher, right? I mean, learn from the universe. The universe is always course correcting. Evolution is basically course correction for the ages, right? It's always making sure that we are adapting to our environment and changing to our environment depending on what the environment says. The same thing has to happen in this game of life. We have constantly to remember that we don't know, we don't have all the information, but we will keep on getting more information as time goes on if we keep on taking steps further and further ahead. So for example, if you decide that you're going to start a business online, all right? So you're like, all right, I don't know what to do. What's the first step? Take the first step. Do whatever. It doesn't matter. Start selling something online, perhaps. Just take one step. Decide that, okay, I'm going to buy these bags from Chiang Mai and I'm going to sell them online. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to start. And so you buy these bags, you buy like 10, 15, and you start selling them online. And then you realize, oh, people don't really like buying these bags online. But a lot of them say that they want me to come to events so that people can actually really feel the bags and see the bags and then buy them. Okay, cool, course correction. So I'm going to go to events now. So you kind of research events and you go to an event and you sell your bags there. That's a very simplified version of a course correction. Your answer is very clear there. But sometimes it takes many steps in between. You decide that you're going to sell bags online and the person who's selling them to you goes bankrupt. And then you have to find some other supplier. And then you find that other supplier, but they're too far away and they have to pay more in taxes. And there's like a hodgepodge, a madness of hodgepodge, right? That happens before you're able to even get to that last step, if you ever do. So that's course correction for you guys. I hope that makes sense. I really, really implore you guys, if you are paralyzed right now by fear of, the next step that you're supposed to take, just take any step. This is the way I live my life. I have fear. I have loads of fear in my head about the steps that I'm taking. But I know that as soon as I take that first step in any direction, whatever direction it might be, the universe kind of will tap me on the shoulder and give me a few more things, a few more information, a few more facts. And then I can use those facts in order to move forward. And all of this information gathering is what I want to do with my life, right? I want to keep on learning. I want to keep on growing. And I want to use all of this information in order to live my ideal self-actualized life. That is the ultimate goal for any human being on this planet. But it's not going to work if you're standing still. You have to take that first step and you have to course correct. Because you're not going to know all of the steps. You're not God, you're not the universe, you don't know anything. We're just a human being. We're measly, we're like ants here, right? And so we need to take the first step in order to figure things out. You know, you've seen ants running around. They have no idea what they're doing, or that's what it looks like. But they are leaving a trail behind every single time they walk. You know, there's a chemical trail that an ant leaves behind everywhere they walk. So wherever they've gone, they know if they hit that chemical trail, oh, I've already gone here and there was no food here. All right, backtrack, follow another path. Oh, I've already gone here, there was no food here. All right, backtrack, follow another path. Course correction, right? Course correction in its essence. And that's how they find food everywhere. I mean, ants can sniff out food in an instant. You know, you'll drop a crumb here and boom, there are a billion ants there. Or at least in the tropics, it's like that. I mean, they just do not leave you alone. All right, putting ants aside, I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope this video made sense. I really implore you guys to please use this learning in your own life. Do not let fear hold you back, and do not let fear keep you standing still. If you guys have any questions about this video or any other videos, please message me anytime, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.